DoubleCrossKing with a very special message for you young people out there. Remember, voting is important. Very important. Get your voice out there. Sup guys, DCK here, hitting you up with another video. I planned on doing maybe 2 vids today. I might get around to the other one today. There's just a couple of things I wanted to get to. This video I thought was going to be mostly devoted to TNA Hardcore Justice thoughts. I don't want to spend too much time on it. It was not a good show. Like for a wrestling show, it just was not good. And for a nostalgia show, it wasn't even that great of a nostalgia show. It was an alright nostalgia show, but a bad wrestling show, in my opinion. What did I like? Okay, first match was, what was it? FBI versus Kid Cash, Swinger, and Diamond. I like how Pat Kenny, Simon Diamond, didn't look like total crap. I thought he was gonna look worse than he did out there. So, Kid Cash only got to do one high spot and then his finisher. Why? Why are you having probably one of the guys who's in the best shape in the ring only do 2 big spots? Why? Why is Tracy Smothers on a pay-per-view in 2010? Why? Jesus Christ, you could have had Kid Cash versus Guido, Kid Cash versus Mama Luke, whatever. They danced. Next was, I think next was, freaking us. There was I don't even remember the order, so if I get something, that's how much I cared. Too Cold Scorpio and C.W. Anderson. This was really good for the time it went. I really enjoyed the shit about it. The Too Cold Scorpio is the man. The man. He's 45. And he still does that moonsault leg drop just mwah, beautiful. And C.W. Anderson did wrestle very Anderson-esque, if you know what I mean, for those who know the Andersons and that name, and not Mr. Anderson. I mean the real Andersons. Yes. And that was enjoyable. I mean, that was a good dynamic. And imagine if that had gotten more time, that would have made this pay-per-view a teensy bit better. What was next? What's next? What else was there? Oh, there was Stevie Richards versus PJ Polanco. Just incredible. Yeah. I like Steve Richards. He's keeping himself in shape. Just Incredible hasn't deteriorated much either. But just what they put on was just kind of like, it wasn't that long and it wasn't that flattering. So whatever. Sandman came out afterward. Okay. Sandman did need to make an appearance. I didn't, him not wrestling, I'm fine with that, but he did need to make an appearance, and it was a good appearance. It felt kind of, it was nice that he appeared, but I think the way they did it just kind of killed the mood. I mean, Just Incredible had already lost, and then Incredible gets Kane, and it looks kind of awkward. Like, it could have gone off better, but whatever. And then freaking Team 3D versus Cojones, Boss Mahoney, and Axel Rotten. I went to the bathroom. They were just brawling. I'm just like, okay, I'll just try and make sure I'm back for the flaming table spot. And there was a flaming table spot. I don't know why. Like, I was talking to people on Skype last night, and they're just like, yeah, I marked up for the flaming table. I didn't. I thought it was cool, but I didn't mark out. Like, I'm that desensitized from seeing, the fire spots of ECW and CZW, Big Japan. Sorry, itchy face. God, I'm wicked itchy, Jesus. Yeah, so I'm just kind of desensitized to that kind of stuff now. Freaking. Oh yeah, they had the blue Tilly instead of the blue Meanie. Why? Why? You could have had Stevie Richards on his own. You could have had Nasty Nova in a match, who didn't look too out of shape. I don't know. Oh, you had a three-way dance with Rhino, Al Snow, and Spike Dudley, Brother Run. That was kind of somewhat odd pairing. I can kind of understand Rhino and Spike against each other, but Al Snow in there is kind of weird. But I like Al Snow. He was a little he was a little slow, but he still had some moves. He's a guy who knows the business, man. Al Snow, he's a beast. Not a man beast. Rhino won. Okay. He's a TNA guy. He's gonna win. Same with Stevie Richards. And then they had I think then it was Raven and Tommy Dreamer. I thought it was good, pretty good, because it had some nice spots. Good kind of drama. They, like I said, they just need to hit their signature stuff, and have a good story going on. And a match like this kind of needed some run-ins. It needed BWO. Not that it was done very well, but I think that was kind of needed for this match. Beulah came in, which worked. Love me some Beulah, so. Oh yeah, and Francine did a little video message. Good job, Francine. You're it's called upkeeping right there, Francine. You are a lovely, lovely lady. I got like some red marks on my face. Jesus. What the fuck did I do? Was it from shaving or? Ugh, I don't know. Yeah. Raven won, which was weird. Like, I understand that it was the ECW thing for Dreamer and Raven to always end with Raven winning, but you couldn't have the face go over on this last hurrah show. I don't understand. Whatever. And then the main event, RVD versus Sabu. Surprisingly unbotchy. Like, Sabu was on point, and ladies and gentlemen, when Sabu is on, he does cool ass shit. He's a cool wrestler when he's not botching like crazy. I'm gonna reposition here. Seriously, what is up with the mark on my face? I don't know. But yeah, it was a very if it was to get a star rating, it would get like 3.5 ish, not more than that, like 3.25, 3.5. Just solid, really solid, hitting their spots. Sabu was impressive, man. Sabu could have been huge in TNA, but TNA forgot about him in like 06. So yeah, that was the pay-per-view, and it was just kind of, well, actually I spent more time on those thoughts than I thought I would. Yes, I'm moving the laptop around a lot. I gotta rest it on my abs so it stays still. So, sorry, had to X out of something real quick. Some guy was talking to me and then wasn't talking to me on Facebook. Yeah, those are my thoughts. Not a very good wrestling show at all. Did have some cool moments. Joel Gertner. It had Joel Gertner. That made me happy. Too Cool Scorpio's the man. Sabu can still go. Joel Gertner is always awesome. And I love me some Beulah. So, those are my thoughts. And Tyler Black. signed with WWE. Makes you think, doesn't it? Makes you think. Makes you think, you know, if they had known about this earlier, do you think Davey would have gotten the title at Death Before Dishonor, and then he would have had like a 6-month reign? That's a decent reign, right there. It would have been longer than Tyler freaking Black's one. Honestly, but yeah, Black's gonna have to drop the title, and that's gonna have most likely, like 99% certain that's going to happen at Glory by Honor. Rumors out there say that he's facing Roderick Strong for the title. I'm sorry, I don't. Now's not the time for Roddy. It's, you know, there were times in history when he could have gotten it, but I would say if Roddy was still a face and Davey was still a heel and Davey had won the title at Death Before Dishonor, I would have had Roderick win it at Final Battle from Davey. That's my opinion. Itchy eyebrows. So I say Chris Daniels. I don't think those are final decisions for Roddy, because basically, you know, once they announce who his opponent is going to be, we know who the next ROH champion is going to be. Yeah, which is kind of a crappy situation for them to be in. Takes away all the suspense right there. Takes away the suspense more than freaking McGuinness Morishima at Undeniable. Like that, it was fairly obvious that McGuinness was gonna win. But here it's just it is a given that, you know, Black's losing the belt. So that kinda kills that. But for who should get it, I'm going to have to go with Mutant Reigns' idea, man. I think now Mutant Reigns' idea works perfectly. Have Chris Daniels win it, have Danielson show up, and there's your moneymaker right there. Danielson's at a point, you know, towards the end of his ROH run, he was becoming a DVD seller, even not being in the main event, he was a DVD seller. And Chris Daniels is a freaking TNA guy, so I can make him a good chunk of change with a Danielson-Daniels rivalry. Indeed. And also, what else? Haas and Benjamin against Kings of Wrestling. This could be happening in a different way, and people saying this will be an awesome match would be more appropriate. But this is a weird circumstance. It's kind of like, because there's just, you know, as good as we've seen Shelton Benjamin in WWE, how's he going to be? How's he going to be in basically his first real match since his release? Because I have not heard word of him wrestling at all. I know Charlie Haas has been around, Jersey All Pro and NWA, but I don't know. Those are my thoughts on that. You should be getting a TNA video from me talking about the X Division and the possible TV title. So until then, DoubleCrossKing. Stay classy. Here we go. Stopping the video. Why is it not stopping?